What's that? Yeah. All right, folks. Welcome to game number 1 of the Cumberland Grads season. We're playing at home. It's a home opener as well. It's always special for any team, any player to be playing the home opener. Cumberland Grads are going to be playing the Castleman Embrum Ice Dogs. They've played them once in preseason in a tournament, as well as in exhibitions. The Ice Dogs are a very good team. They control the zone, cycle, and pass very well. The Grads lost all their games against those teams. Let's see if they can't turn this streak around. Yeah, Luke, it's live, buddy. From Raphael, the new home rink of the Cumberland Grads. For now, since Navin is being renovated. Thank you very much. That's why I do it. That's why I do it, so anybody can enjoy the games from anywhere. Thank you. Yeah, so game 1 of the season. We got number 31, Liam Daly, starting tonight. His partner, Eric Brew, number 50, riding the pine. However, on Friday, these two teams meet in Embrum for a rematch for game 2 of the regular season. And who's going to start that one? So they both get a shot at this team in the regular season. Back to back. No idea what the starting lineups will be yet, as the teams are just warming up and getting their goalies ready to face the opponent team. All right, folks, coaching staff for tonight. We have Mr. Sean Baptiste, Tyrone Lamotte, trainer, Nathan White, assistant coach, Mr. Paranto, sitting in the box, and Mr. Quiche, as well as Mr. Cam, taking care of the clock. Thank you very much for all the time you put in to the team that makes it possible. There's also a lot of people in the background that we should name. I'm sure I'm going to be forgetting many. We have Tasha White, Christina Daly, managing the team. We have Mr. Teague, co-managing for the treasurer. We have groups taking care of fundraising, as well as some companies sponsoring the team, such as Tyler Shaver, Bergeron Clifford, McFadden Custom Harvesting, Dominion Lending Centers, Orleans Orthodontics, Top Ranking Mortgages, Dennis Crew Limited, and others who will be sponsoring future games this season. If you are interested in sponsoring the team, please reach out. We'll make arrangements with the treasurer. All right, so starting lineup. We have on the ice number 91, Sir Baptiste. Number 13, McFadden. 88, Wojcik. 9, Brothers, and 93, Paranto. First face off of the game. Paranto at the line, holds it. Shot, tipped just wide by Baptiste. Ice Dogs regain possession. Skate down the ice. Little move. Paranto gets his stick on it. Puck from the high slot. That shot wide. In the corner. Slap shot. Blocked. As Wojcik dumps and the Grads go for a change. Cam putting pressure. Number 55 in the corner. Pucks on the half boards. Jammed there by the Grads. But it sneaks out from the blue. Grads get the puck back to the Ice Dogs, not giving him any time to set anything up. Hold on here. I'm just having a little bit of a hard time with the clock. I have 13:49 left. In the first. Puck's dumped in by the Ice Dogs. Icing is called again. All right, my remote referee control, Catherine, is online and will be doing the clock. Ice Dogs rim the puck, kept in by the D. Hoggett shot it back in. Lamotte picks it at center, gets it to Betsis. Betsis skates it in. Stops, turns, loses the puck as he gets hit by two Ice Dogs. And then he sent it wide. Quiche gets tripped up. Ice Dogs touch the puck. And the ref got the player for tripping. Icing waved off. Quiche. Where the puck stops, turns, sends it to McFadden on the wing. McFadden loses the puck. Gets hit. As Cajon dumps it in deep. Wojcik centers it. Betsis shoots and scores! Goal number 1 of the game goes to number 91. Betsis. All right, Grads are now up 1-0 with the lead. Cam taking face off. Embrim wins it back. Puck's caught on the half boards. McDonald working it, but the Ice Dogs recover it and skate it out into the zone with speed. Long shot on net, gloved by the goalie. That's went to the side. Cam with pressure, leaves it for Levesque. Levesque couldn't do anything with it as he was surrounded by Ice Dogs. Brothers behind the net, fumbles the puck. Levesque covering, rims the puck over to McDonald. McDonald chips it out to center, gets hit, passes the red, and dumps it in. Grads go for a change. Levesque pressuring. Lamotte keeping the line. Shot goes wide, but it gets deep. Tripping being called on the Ice Dog player. Clear trip on McFadden. Sent him sliding into the boards. Power play number 2. Let's see what the special unit's got. 5-on-4 hockey. Ice Dogs get it out and down the ice. Daly leaves it for Lamotte. Lamotte gets hit. And the Grads get it to the blue, not out. Ice Dogs flip it back in deep. Puck rims around. McFadden being worked over. Long shot, wide of the net. As Cosgrove flips it down to the Grads. Lamotte over to Hogg. Hogg off the boards. Area pass to Cam, just off its mark. A minute left in the power play for the Grads. Cam walking it in. Sends it over the boards to White. White dumps it to the corner. Cam skating hard for it as the Ice Dogs flip it all the way down the ice. Ice Dogs touch it up first. Lamotte in the corner. Gets it to Baptiste. Baptiste doing some magic at center to get free. Walks in, shoots. Blocker saved by the goalie. Ice Dogs send the puck back down the ice. Daly leaves it for Cajon. Cajon behind the net. Over to Baptiste. Baptiste back to Quiche. Quiche looking. Weak pass to Cam. Cam backhands it to Baptiste. Back to even strength in 8 seconds. Quiche over to Cajon. Cajon sends it to Wojcik to tip and dump. Cajon fans on the dump. Pucks back to Quiche over to Baptiste. Baptiste dumps it in, cross ice. Wojcik centering, goes off a black sweater stick. As Parato takes a fall as well. The ice must not be the greatest. Everybody falling and losing their edges like this. Long shot on net, easily handled by Daly. Shot from center, batted out from midair. Daly stops that. Gets back in position. Long shot. He traps that right in the logo, holds on, and gets a whistle. Face off. Pulled back to McFadden. McFadden rims it over to Levesque. Levesque on the half boards, worked over, got 2 opponents on his back. McFadden and Levesque worked the puck out to center. Dumped in. Castleman had to tag up. They do. Come back on the attack. Missed pass off his skate. Castleman with a shot, blocked by Panato's stick. As McDonald picks it up and gives it up to Levesque. Levesque dumps it just before the red. Gets called for icing. We're going to have a face-off back in the Cumberland zone. Cam taking the draw. Pulls it over to Hogg in the corner. He gets hit and lays a hit. Pulls the puck back to Cam. Cam behind his net with pressure up the wing to White. White flips it up. Cosgrove to the corner. Cosgrove gets hit retrieving the puck. The Ice Dogs set back up. Hogg putting pressure at center. The Ice Dogs maintain possession. Dump it. And go man on the boards. Hogg backhands it to Cosgrove. Reverses. Lamotte picks it up behind the net. Lamotte, this pass. Shot. Great save by Daly. Point blank. White on the half boards. Flips it up. Can't get it out. Lamotte off the boards. Hits something. Still icing. At that point, the players have been caught in the zone for a while. Better to ice the puck and get a change than to get scored on because your legs are tired. Great zone exit by Wojcik and Baptiste. Castleman regained possession. This is a very big possession team. Baptiste over to Wojcik. Wojcik dumps it deep. A possession team, if you dump, you're going to tire them out because they constantly have to break out. They're going to cough up opportunities just like that one. Quiche sends it deep. Castleman still having to break out. Cajon keeps it in at the line. Baptiste loses it in his feet. Cam putting pressure, forcing the goalie to hold on for a whistle. That was a great sequence of pressure where Castleman could not get out of their own zone. Great work by that line. Cam taking the draw. McDonald gets a shot right off. This goes off target. Cam battling against the boards. Pass across to nobody. McDonald picks it up, re-enters the zone. And Parato pulls it back to Brothers. Brothers going to Levesque, that's intercepted. Long shot attempt, almost from the blue if we were in Navin. Ice Dogs, sharp angle shot. No chance, that sails across the crease. And McDonald goes on a breakaway. McDonald backhands to Levesque. That puck can't get on anybody's stick and just pops right back out of the zone. Parato over the Brothers. Brothers. McDonald and McFadden. McFadden dumps it deep. Ice Dogs with possession in their zone. Icing called on the Ice Dogs. McFadden taking the draw. Puck comes back to Hogg. He keeps it in. Hogg again. Over to Cosgrove. Cosgrove to White. White shot off the back of the goalie. Gloved down by the Ice Dogs. And it's a goal. White off the back of the goalie, gloved down by the Ice Dogs' own player, is going to be called a goal because it was the Ice Dogs that gloved it and not one of the Cumberland grads. Owen White, second goal of the game, second goal of the season for the Cumberland grads. Ice Dogs dump it in deep. Shot on net, high and wide. Daly showed no light at all on that shot. In other words, the people had nothing to shoot on. Cosgrove, great pass across. Cam with a shot, rebound. Cosgrove with a bouncing puck just went over his stick. All right, Ice Dogs coming back the other way. Shot blocked by Quiche. Cam gets hooked down. And Cosgrove gets nailed. Ref's got that hand in the air. Goalie to the bench for the extra attacker. Grads regain possession. They maintain it. Okay, there's possibly 2 penalties on this play. Cam puts it back. Ice Dogs get to touch it up. It's like 1 penalty. I saw 1 call for 1 penalty. All right, it's like a penalty for hooking. 2 minutes. Grads on the power play. Pulled back to Cahill. Cahill with time waiting. Shot on net. Blocker. Rebound from the slot. The Ice Dogs get it down the ice. Daly touches it up. Quiche. 2 minutes interference. Four on 4 hockey. Face off. Pulled back. deep in the zone. Toronto couldn't get it out. Baptiste finishes his check. So does Caron. The guys seem like they want to hit, but they gotta remember that they have a puck to play. Toronto gets it back to Caron. Caron deep in the zone, backs it to Wojcik. Wojcik gets hit, keeps the puck. Caron going in to help out. Puck back to the blue. Shot on net. That goes wide. Toronto behind his net. Pressured by two. Sends it to Wojcik. Back to Toronto. Toronto to Baptiste. Baptiste turns. He's alone. Going in on three. The puck comes back to Toronto. Backhands it to Brothers. Back to Toronto. Up to Baptiste, who leaves it for McDonald, who had speed. McDonald gets to the blue, dumps it in. He's alone as the other players are changing. Brothers keeps it in, takes a hit. Ice Dogs off the wall. To Lamotte. Lamotte getting slashed repeatedly. No call on the play. Still no call for the slashings. McDonald dumps it in. Lamotte at the line. Shot on net. Goalie sends it to the corner. Back to even strength. Minute 3 left in the period. White putting pressure on the puck carrier. He leaves it to the other player. He fends on the shot. White flips it high. Levesque almost able to break out. Hogg first on the puck. He gets leveled behind the net as the Ice Dogs regain possession. White lays a hit. Retrieves the puck, gets it to the point. Point shot blocked by Cosgrove. Back to the point. Shot high off the glass. Some tussle in the corner. Hogg getting in there. McDonald getting ran from behind. No call. Shot on net, tipped wide. Ice Dogs with possession. They can't get to the slot at all. End of the period. Well, that was a great showing by all the Cumberland grads for the first period. Daly making some key saves. The team keeping a lot of the stuff to the outside, playing a tight box in front of their goalie, and capitalizing on the opportunities that they are able to get. All right, 15 minutes on the clock for the second period. Face off, push forward by Embrum. Pass back to the line. That's shot in. It goes wide. Embrum cycling deep behind the net. Trying to center. Doesn't work. But they get it back to their point. Point walks, shoots. Daly seeing that all the way through traffic as it bounces wide. The puck Goes to the slot. Cajon's there to make sure nothing happens. Now from behind the net. Tried to the half boards. That got it blocked. Ice Dogs trying to get it to the slot. That's not working. Lots of bodies flying as Cam dumps and changes. Puck goes on net. Ice Dogs hold on for a whistle as both teams change their players and get ready for a face-off to the right of the Castleman Emblem goal. So Levesque being ejected. Referee at the line called it. Face-off comes back, and we have a foot race. Paranto first on it, but the Ace Dogs do get a stick on it. Bailey had to make a save on that. Ace Dogs bat that out of the air, regain possession. Shot on net. Bailey makes a save, holds on. As Paranto gets dumped. Nothing more on the plate. Cumberland changing their forwards. D staying on. Cam taking a draw. Embrun back from point through traffic. Daly makes a save. Stuck beside his net. Castleman sails it through the crease. No harm, no foul. Cam gets dumped. So does Cosgrove before he touched the puck. Ice Dogs back to the point. Shot on net. Saved by the goalie. Cumberland players getting in there, making sure nobody gets an extra whack on their goalie tonight, and they should. So no matter what happens tonight, expect a very rough game on Friday as well, as we're going to have a rematch. Long shot from the point along the ice. Number 31 gets a stick on it, flicks that up to the corner. We have another whistle. Back to his right. Another shot on net. The goalie puts that to the corner. McFadden off the boards. High. Putting pressure as McDonald gets time to regain possession and flick into the zone. Hogg. In his own end. Fumbles the puck. Ice Dogs maintain possession. Well, tic-tac pass at the blue line to be able to keep possession. Long shot on net. That's goes off a body and wide. Ice Dogs back in their own zone, still with pressure. Levesque going for a change, quick. That was Wojcik to get on. Good change on the forecheck. Wojcik avoids a hit. He gets the puck into the zone. Wojcik back to Hogg. Hogg leaves it to Wojcik. Over to Lamotte. Lamotte able to strongman it to Wojcik through traffic. As the Ice Dogs come back. Pressure by Cam. He picks red puck off two players. He is going against the boards. Sends it deep for Betsist. Betsist. Player stops in front of him. Doesn't allow him to get to it. Wojcik gets pinned against the boards. Puck makes it to the goalie along the ice. He makes an easy save and holds on to get his tired players time to change and get fresh legs on the ice. Puck along the boards. Shot over to the wing. Puck into the corner as Cajon touches up. Referee has his arm up for a hooking. Against Sebastien Cajon, number 12. Power play Castleman. They win the draw. Rimmed around. Parato gets a stick on it, leaves it, and maintains the box. Grads working the box. Castleman passing it around. Looking for a lane. Parato putting pressure. Back to the box. Up top, long shot on net. Goes off the side of the net. Castleman just moving the puck around. One-timer attempt. Fanned on the shot. White gets it up and high, but it's gloved down by the defender. Castleman at the line. Back to the half boards. Shot blocked by Parenteau. Castleman still moving it around. No shot lane. Shot on net. In the back of the net. Through traffic. We have a 2-1 game. Number 12. His first goal of the season. Congratulations to him. Sorry about the delay here. I have a referee that's fixing a hole in the net. By the way, folks, this is why referees wear white laces only. Let me see if I can zoom in. There you go. White laces only. If I zoom in on any players, they're going to have stitching in their laces. The reason for this is for video review to distinguish players from referee skates, as well as for the referees to be able to cut a piece of their hockey lace to fix a hockey net with pure white laces. Referees are actually instructed to keep a piece of lace in their pocket or two in order to fix the net at any time. So, it's like we're ready to go. I'm saying there was a pretty big hole in the net there. Face off is drawn. And as McDonald puts pressure, guys enter the zone. Ice Dogs the other way. Shot on net off the post. Still loose. Cam backhands it to McDonald. Gets the center ice. Is dumped right back in. Lemut to Hogg. Hogg off the glass. Down the ice. Icing is called. Face off to the left of Daly. Levesque tying up his man. Cog coming in to assist. Grads get possession. They get it to the line. Ice Dogs walk it. Shot on net. Off of Daly's stick. He maintains control of his rebound. Holds on for a whistle. Levesque pushing it forward. Puck comes to the point. Point to the half boards. Center's all jammed up by lots of white shirts, forcing Castleman to take shots to the outside. Makes it quite easier for the goalie, as long as they can see the puck. Baptiste blocks a shot off his foot, maintains possession, centers it, just a little long for Levesque. Quiche from the point. Shot on net, blocked by body in front. Wojcik gets shoved from behind. No arm up. Quiche rims the puck. Around to Wojcik. Wojcik. Back deep in the zone. Allows the Grads to change on the forecheck. Get fresh legs. Puck just squeaks out. Cajon gets it back to Quiche. Quiche had that between his skates. Has to regroup with Cajon. Cajon up to White on the wing. With speed on the board. It gets rubbed, but not out. Now he does. The puck comes back the other way. Castleman with a shot on net. Stick to side by Daly. Another shot, another save. Quiche. Working the corner. Now he's alone. He's got a little bit of time. And his net with pressure. Over to White. White. Stopping the puck, looking. Flips it up to Cosgrove. That hits a leg on the way in. It was a nice breakaway attempt. Shot on net, blocked by White. Cosgrove working the boards. Shot in from the point and wide. Over to the wing. Dumped deep by Castleman. They have pressure on as Quiche sends it over around to Cosgrove on the wing. He gets stick checked. Castleman regain possession, still in the zone. Puck's rimmed around, centering attempt off the back of the net. Castleman from a wide angle shot, trickles out. Cosgrove gets possession, passes the red off a skate, icing waved off. White is going to get a penalty for a hit. Head contact. Two-minute penalty for head contact. It's number 27, Owen White. Power play, Castleman. That's back to the point. D walks in, shoots, high and wide. Don working the boards, gets the puck to the line as McFadden gets it out and down the ice. Castleman from behind their own end, stopped up at the red line by McFadden. McFadden's interfered with, no call there. But he gets the puck, gets it down the ice. McDonald changing. So is McFadden. Castleman taking their time. Long shot on net. Off the tip of the goalie's glove and out of play. They have a face-off to the left of Daly. Brothers from deep in the zone. Flipped up to the blue, not out. Power play. Ice Dogs still. One shot on net, blocked. Ice Dogs maintain possession. Good box going around. Ice Dogs cycle behind the net to the half boards. At the point, back to the half boards. That's just putting some pressure. Long shot on net, glove down by the goalie. He makes a save. We have a tussle behind the net. Let's see what the call is going to be. Number 12, 2 minutes for roughing. Face off. Comes back to Palato over to Brothers. Back to Palato the other way. Bouncing puck. He sends it back deep into the zone. Back to Brothers. That goes for the half boards. Palato goes in for a hit. Icing is called. All right, Caden Camp taking the draw, ties up his man. Warrior comes in, pinches it out. Ice Dogs pass off on a cycle in their own zone to be able to break out. The Brothers there to get it back in deep. Puck shot all the way down the ice by the Ice Dogs. Daly out to play it. It goes under his stick. Ice Dogs maintain possession. And they're on the penalty kill. Puck almost shot into the Grad's bench, but it's Castleman body. And they get it down the ice. Panato reverses for Brothers. Brothers cross ice. A little long for Cosgrove. Cam able to get possession of it. Shot on net. Goalie makes a save. And we have a whistle. Still 2-1 game, second period, 2:49 left with 37 seconds left in the Castleman penalty. Brad's power play. Quiche over to Levesque. Levesque back to Quiche. Quiche to Levesque. Levesque hits the red, dumps it in. Going for a skate. Chaho putting pressure up front. As we have a one-on-one. Quiche plays the puck, hits the man. And we're back to even strength. McFadden deep in the zone, skating it out. Sends it over to McDonald. McDonald with traffic. Shot on net, rebound And we have a whistle. The visitors are getting a late change with no face-off kick out. Very, very strange. But, oh well. Ice Dogs with speed up the wing. Shot on net. Goalie puts that into the stands and gets a whistle. Puck's jammed up against the boards. It gets out. Baptiste with Wojcik. Shot high and wide. Puck rims back out. Play goes back the other way. 3-on-2. Cam back. Gets the puck. Behind the net. Off the boards. Wojcik sends it to Cam. Couldn't handle the hot pass. That Mutt goes for a skate. Into the zone. He gets pinned. White coming off the ice. Shot on net. Just goes wide. Baptiste all tied up at the line. Puck's loose. Kept at center by Levesque. Gassman Embrim going back in to the Cumberland end. Weak shot on net. Blocker to side and stick to side by Daly. Karato gets a stick up high. No call on the play. Embrim from behind the net to the half boards, and we have a whistle for the end of the second period. All right, guys, we have the good old hockey song, Stompin' Tom. We have the crowd going. Woo! No, nothing? Okay. No. All right, sorry. I tried. All right, period number 3, guys. There we go with some Snoop and Dre. McDonald with the puck. Quick shot on net, glove down by the goalie. Fadden taking the draw. Puck recovered by Castleman Embrim through center. Daly playing it into the corner. Hit in the corner. McDonald. The point. Tipped in front, just wide. Heesh battling behind the net with McFadden. Heesh loses his stick. McFadden gets to the point, not out. Big booming shot from the point, off the boards, into the netting, and out of play. for a whistle. Period number 3 started at 18 minutes. So the periods at this level are 15, 15, 18 for an hour and a half game. Face off. Ice Dogs slashing all over the place. Cosgrove and Levac able to get the puck into the zone. But it sneaks out. Lamut over to Hogg. Hogg along the half boards with Levac and White walking in. Puck sneaks out behind Hogg. Lamut lays the hip check. Ice Dogs at the puck. On the half boards, can't get a shooting lane. Cycling the top of the circle. Through the slot. Barely gets a hang on it, but it's knocked out of his glove before the ref could whistle. Puck comes out of the zone and down the ice. No icing. The Ice Dogs overskated the puck as White gets into the mix. And the Ice Dogs come back on the offense. Through center, the puck's jammed up in between two players. Cosgrove chasing his man. White knocks one down as Castleman comes back. McFadden lays a hit and gets a puck down the ice. Icing waved off as White chases his man down. Puck is rimmed around the corner. Referee gets in the way of the zone exit. McFadden shot on net, glove down by the goalie. We're going to have a face-off over in the Ice Dogs' end. Ice Dogs send the puck to the corner. And out down the ice. They flip it high, deep into the zone. Centering attempt. That doesn't work as Parato regains possession. Parato gets nailed to the boards. Brothers gets it outside of the line. Delayed offside is called. The Grads get to regroup and reset. Parato to Brothers. Through center, picked off. Ice Dogs can't get clear possession entering. As the Grads get the puck out to center and down the ice by Baptiste. Along the boards, Baptiste on the offense. Centering pass to the Vic. A little long, a little hard. Defense clogging up the zone at the blue. As the puck's reversed to Levesque. Levesque's knocked down, trying to split the 2D. Cam steals the puck, makes his way to the net. He gets tripped behind the net, no call. I'm not sure if the ref put his whistle away or what's going on here. Ice Dogs pass to the wing, glove down by Daly. Cajon gets it out from danger. McDonald putting some good pressure on. He maintains possession. Shoots on net. That hits the body. White gets a rebound shot. McDonald or White puts it in for another goal. Let's see who this is. Oh, looks like McFadden this time. Number 13, first goal of the season, makes it 3-1. All right, Grads, get the puck at center through a mishap from the Ice Dogs. White gets a shot on net that goes wide. Back to the point. Lamut dumps it in. McFadden at the line keeps it in. Ice Dogs with a little bit of room, skated out. Long shot on net. That's saved by Daly. That goes wide. Lamut gets hit behind the net. Ice Dogs recover. Short side attempt. That goes off the body and wide. Lamut puts a player down who is in a danger area right in the slot. There's lots of snow on the ice, folks. The puck is not gliding very well at all. As Hogg gets possession in his zone. Over to Levesque. Levesque touches it up. Icing waved off. Baptiste from the wall takes a shot. Goalie handles that with ease. Grads up by 2. Cumberland pushes it forward. Great shot on net. Goalie making a good save there. Ice Dogs trying to gain possession. Having a hard time with the good pressure that this line's putting on them. But the bouncing puck does make its way out. Brothers sends it off a body, off a stanchion, and out of play. Face-off's going to come outside just of the Ice Dogs' bench. Number 5 just wildly swinging at the puck as Baptiste gets a shot on net. That goes off the goalie's cage. He seems to be okay, using his head to make the save. All right, so Keish couldn't hold the line as he got hit. The Cumberland gets possession, and they send it right back in. McDonald holding the line, not for long. As Embrim gets in with a 3-on-2, they shoot it high and wide of the net. From behind the net, Castleman reversing the play to the corner. Back to the other corner, play still low, centering pass. Cajon taking care of the stick of the guy that was standing right in front. Shot from a wide angle. That went high and wide. Cajon tangled up in front. Receiving a penalty for hooking. Ice Dogs get possession off the draw. They send it into the corner. Lamut working in the middle as White gets it off a stanchion and down the ice. Ice Dogs with the puck through center. A soft rim it deep. Some tangle in the corner. Puck comes back to the point. Point man D to D. Cross-ice pass for the one-timer was set up as Hogg tries to kill his D coach. I believe Mr. White is okay and smiling. Brothers gets it to the line. Not out. Castleman with possession. Cumberland keeping the center lanes open. Brothers moving the man in front of the net. Puck's off of Batsist's stick and out. Batsist just couldn't get possession as he had to wait for the other player to skate over the puck. It comes back the other way. Point man goes for a skate. Back to the half boards. Panato putting pressure on his man and battling to the puck. He gets hooked up. No penalty on the play. The puck back at the point. Over the wing. Shot goes wide. And around. Brothers falls down. Ice Dogs playing possession game behind the net. They're looking for a pass. Get it back to the point. Shot attempt, super high. Hits nothing on the way to the back of the boards. Net drive attempt. That's shut off. As Daly thought he had found it through traffic, but I think that was just tipped up and over his pad on the short side. Number 7, first goal of the season. Congratulations. I really thought that he had that puck. Cam from center to Levesque. Levesque over to McDonald. McDonald back to Levesque. Centering pass back to Quiche. Quiche with a bouncing puck from the blue. It's a deeper Levesque. Puck squeaks out. Ice Dogs get possession. Cam, who's covering for the D, gets it to Quiche. Up to Levesque. Levesque flips it up to Cajon. Cajon bats it out of the air, down deep into the zone. That was a weird pass option and zone entry, but we'll take it. Quiche slowing his man down. Strips him of the puck and gets it to the line. Forces a delayed offside. Gives a little bit of a time to his team to regroup. But Castleman still has the puck. Into the zone. Quiche in the half wards. To center. Quiche stumbled as he got the puck to White down the zone. Castleman regaining possession. Lamotte through center. Up the wing. Sends it around. Castleman reverses the play to their D. Castleman setting up. Breaking out. Daly playing the puck. That takes a weird bounce off the boards. Nearly in front of the net, but that's okay. Screen shot with a tip. Goalie makes a great save. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was a screenshot that was coming in at the hash marks. It was tipped down, bounced off the ice. Daly was able to track it all the way into his pads and make a save. Great work. Castleman maintaining the puck possession around the boards from the slot. Great save by Daly off the blocker from a prime scoring opportunity. As a low pass to the slot. Now the Castleman get the puck at the blue line, flip it over the glass, out of play. Whistle is blown, and we're going to have a couple seconds for the players to rest their legs. 5:46 left in the third. Face off, comes back to Panato. Panato backs it to Wojciech. Him and the Castleman player forget the puck as they were pushing through it. Shot on net, tipped wide. With Brothers sending it to Wojciech along the boards. Battle down there, gets it back deep. Panato hitting his man. With the puck getting stopped inside the blue. High stick waved off as the Grads touched it up. High stick was against the Castleman Ice Dogs. Brothers through center. Puck gets shot back in by the Ice Dogs. Cajon behind his net, leaves it for Brothers. Miscommunication on the play. Back to the point. Shot on net. Tipped wide off the body. Castleman still with possession. Betsis gets it to the line. Not out. Shot on net. That goes off a couple bodies and wide. From behind the net, Castleman with the possession. Again, behind the net. Levesque laying a hit. Cajon chases his man in the corner. Puts a hit on. Castleman cycling. Off a shot from the point. Off a stick. Off a helmet. And out. Brad's changing. Castleman going back on the attack quick. Capitalizing on that quick change. Cajon laying a body. Avoiding a shot on net. McFadden laying a hit in the corner. Puck comes out to the slot. Cam all tied up, can get a shot. Keech gets burned wide. Daly makes a save. As the player is wide, and he didn't have a good angle shot. Thanks to Keech. Kept him wide all the way down into the zone. Castleman's laying on the second speed right now. Shot on net, tipped, blocked. Second shot, blocked again. Grad's doing a good job clogging up the shooting lanes. McDonald gets hit. Ref calls him. McFadden shoots. Whistle is blown. Number 3 from the Ice Dogs is getting a penalty for head contact. Two minutes on the clock. Power play, Cumberland. Shot on net by White on the backhand. Goalie was able to get a pad on it. Castleman gets it down the ice. Hogg turns through center to Levesque with great hands. Back to Lamotte. Up to White. White dumps it in. Cosgrove chasing that. Back to Lamotte. Lamotte sends it wide. Hogg laying a hit as Castleman dumps it back into the zone. Lamotte with pressure. Don't think he realized it. Has to pull a quick move to get away, but gets all jammed up in the corner with him and Hogg. The puck stuck in there. Cosgrove gets it to the line. Embrim gets a shot on off a blocker. Cosgrove from his blue sends it in, goes for a change. Brothers getting chased behind his net. Goes for a skate up to Baptiste, who has room. Soft dump on the goalie. Goalie gets a glove on it. Takes a whistle. 33 seconds left. That was a good call to be able to get settled into the zone for an offensive zone face-off on our power play. If Cumberland gets possession, they can start a cycle and hopefully tire the other team out and get a goal. Back to Paranto. Shot on net, tipped wide by Wojcik, out of the air. Great hand-eye coordination there. Fat into Paranto to Brothers. Brothers looking, chipped up into Mr. Paranto's face. He looks to be okay, still has all of his teeth. Face off in the grad zone. Brothers with pressure behind the net, gets hit, but he gets the puck to Wojcik. As Castleman regain possession and flip it. Wojcik back to Paranto. Paranto gets it to center. McFadden laying a hit. As Embrim has to come back and tag up, but they were still way offside. With 1:02 left in this game. Brad's leading the game 3-2. 1:02 left in the third period. We're going to be looking at the net to see if it empties. Brads get possession. They dump it in. McDonald chasing that down. Ice Dogs coming back the other way. They get in wide. Shot on net. That's wide of the net. Comes to the front. Empty net. Sixth player on the ice. As the Ice Dogs have the extra attacker right now. Cajon working the corner. They're keeping everything to the outside. Net's off as there was lots of tussle behind there. With 19.3 seconds left in the third period. 3-2 Grads. Empty net at the other end. That's out all the way. Down the ice, just wide of the net. No icing. 9-8. Ice Dogs going in with pressure. Grads keeping that to the outside. Buzzer goes. 3-2 win for 2 points and the first win of the regular season. Congratulations, Liam Daly, on your first win as a real U16B goalie. I'm just saying that because he played on the U16 team last year. And congratulations to the Cumberland Grads for their victory against